So until the construction is done, we'll be practicing our pratyahara to be like, oh, that has nothing to do with my piece right now. So finding your piece, sitting up nice and tall, relaxing your shoulders back and down. Blush. Finding the rhythm. Finding the presence. So maybe in that talk of pratyahara and the withdrawal of your senses, you're reminded of something that pulls you out of your peace in your daily life. Maybe it's the way someone else vacuums the floor, or parks their car, or cuts their grass. You take time here to feel and experience what it's like to allow that all to be outside of yourself. That your practice, your time, can have a little space between you and the rest of the world. If you have another intention to set for today's practice, a little something that you know that you need, you can set that intention now. There's someone in your life that you want to dedicate or offer your time and practice to. That they might have a need. And that they might rest well. Fluttering your eyes open on an inhale, take both arms, reach them up towards the sky. And begin to make a few little circles in your wrist. And then reversing those circles, take them in the opposite direction. Good, then keeping those arms reaching up towards the sky, bend your right elbow so that your hand comes maybe behind your head or behind your back. The left hand will come right up on top of that right elbow, and we're gonna just pull it over towards the left side. As you pull that arm over, maybe your bicep gets back behind your head, and if it does, you can push your head back into your bicep. And then releasing. Let's switch sides. The left arm is going to come behind your head. Bend that elbow. So you're trying to like reach for the center of your back as best you can. And then you'll use that right hand to pull that left elbow over. And maybe your elbow pushes back a little bit into your hand. And then your head can push back into your arm. And then releasing. Both arms back up towards the sky. Take those hands behind your back. As best you can, bending the elbows. Interlace your fingers. See if you get your palms to touch. And then from that place, squeezing the shoulder blades together, reach the knuckles not down your butt, but straight back behind you, opening up in your chest. So it gets really tempting here to take the chest length forward and chin forward, but we're going to really try to keep those up. And then use the back of the shoulders to lift the arms. And then carefully releasing in the arm. Interlace the fingers in front of you. Turn those palms inside out so the palms face the front of the room. Draw your chin into your chest and push. You can take this movement, move a little with those hands to the left and to the right. And then coming back through center. Good on your inhale, come forward over your knees now. Tabletop position. We'll be here for a little while, so if you want to pad the knees, you can pad the knees. Putting like a little like blanket or cushion underneath your legs, underneath your knees. Good. On an inhale, looking up, let your belly drop down, arch your back. And then as you exhale, round the spine, draw your chin to your chest and push the ground away. Chin into it. Good. Inhale, look up, belly drops down, arch the back. Exhale, round the spine, chin to the chest, push the ground. Good. From your pelvis, arch the back to the shoulder blades, squeeze together, chest pulls through. Exhale, round the spine, chin to the chest, push the ground away. Two more. Inhale, look up, belly drops down, arch the back. Exhale, round the spine, chin to the chest, and push the ground away. Good, coming back to center, that tabletop position. Take your right arm, reach it up towards the sky, chest turns to the sidewall. Exhale, thread the right arm through under the left arm, come down on that right shoulder. Take that left arm behind your back. And see how much you can turn your chest towards the sidewall. So we're doing everything you can to make the spine as long as possible. And then to see how much you can rotate from that upper part in the back. Good, returning that left hand back underneath your left shoulder. Use it to press down, rise up. Right arm reaches to the sky, chest turns to the sidewall. And then that right arm comes back onto the floor. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Open it up towards the left. Exhale, thread it through underneath the left. This time that right arm can come behind your back. And you turn your chest as much as you can. Every inhale, you get a little longer in the spine. Every exhale, you twist a little deeper. Moving as much as possible from those ribs. With your right arm now, come back it up under the shoulder, press down, rise up, left arm up towards the sky, turn that chest towards the left. And that left arm back down towards the floor. Sit back towards your heels, child's pose. If you have a block, so you can grab a hold of that block and your elbows up on the block. So your elbows are gonna have to get kind of close together. And those hands maybe can come behind your head so that you're kind of dropping through that space. And if your head is on the floor, you just like make the blocks higher. Keep sitting back. You can open up your knees nice and wide so your chest can drop through your legs. So those elbows reach forward and they keep squeezing towards each other. Your head falls down through that space. And keep softening, softening, softening down inside. Inhale, rising back up. Arms extend out nice and long. Use that. Press yourself back up. Tabletop position. Move that block out of the way and off to the side. From your tabletop, on an inhale, look up, let your belly drop down, arch your back. Exhale, round your spine, chin to your chest. Come back to center, flat back. Extend the right leg back behind you. Lift it up off the mat. If stay even, belly stays in. Left arm reaches forward out nice and long. Spinal balance. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow and knee together. Underneath you, round spine. Inhale, extend out nice and long. Belly draws in. Exhale, elbow and knee together. One more time, reach out nice and long, bend that right knee, reach back with the left hand. See if you can grab a hold of your foot. You get it on the pinky toe side, and then bend your elbow and lift your knee up higher than you would like to. And then pushing that foot into the hand, see if you can straighten that leg up towards the sky and back towards the back wall. Good, releasing that arm and leg back out nice and long. Hand and knee back to the mat. Inhale, look forward. Belly drops down, arch the back. Exhale, round the spine, chin to the chest. Pushing the ground a bit. Back to center, tabletop position. Left leg extends, lift it up and off the mat. Hips stay even, belly stays. The right arm reaches forward. Big inhale. Exhale, pull it together, elbow and knee, round the spine. Inhale, extend out long. Exhale, pull it together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw. Inhale, extend, pause. Left knee bends. Good. Right arm reaches back. That baby to the side of the foot. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Lift that leg up higher than you would like to. See if you can reach the toes towards the ceiling and then back towards the back wall. It's all in the strength of your legs. Releasing back out nice and long. Arm and leg. And then knee back down onto the mat. Tabletop position. Inhale, look up, belly drops down, arch the back. Exhale, around the spine to the chest, and push through the leg. Coming back to center, that tabletop position. And then stepping back to a plank position. If plank does not suit you today, you can do this on your knees. That's fine, but you're going to be in a plank position on your knees, not a tabletop position. Now, if you let those shoulder blades come together so they like practically touch on your back, so your arms stay straight. And then push the shoulder blades away from each other. The shoulder blades move towards the front. We're going to do 10 of those. Shoulder blades together. Shoulder blades apart. Good. We're not really trying to move the butt so much, right? It's not coming from your low back. Shoulder blades together. Together, together. And then shoulder blades apart. That's 2. So as little movement in the lower ribs and as much as possible in the upper ribs. Shoulder blades together.
Shoulder blades apart. Again, shoulder blades together. Drop this down. Down, down, down. Shoulder blades apart. Head stays even. Shoulder blades together. Shoulder blades apart. Halfway. Shoulder blades together. Together, together, together. Come up here. Shoulder blades apart. Dropping this down. Shoulder blades together. Together, together. Shoulder blades apart. Yes. Shoulder blades together, 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 together. And shoulder blades apart. Shoulder blades together, 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 together. Shoulder blades apart, 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 apart. Push, 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 push. Come on, let's that upper back. And shoulder blades together. We're almost there. Shoulder blades apart. He's lifting. More hip. More from here. Yes, yes, yes. And shoulder blades together. Last one. And shoulder blades apart. Hold. So we're not trying to take the shoulders to the ears, but I want to take them around towards the front of the spine. Keep lifting that space between your shoulder blades. 5, 4, 3. Belly stays in. 2, and 1. Knees come down. Amazing. Puppy pose. Puppy pose is kind of like calf pose, except your butt stays over your knees. And your puppy pose, I want you to look forward for a second at your hands. Can you get your elbows to come towards each other so that your arm bone is actually rolling out? It feels like in because your elbows will be closer together. So we're trying to roll those shoulder blades out and then reach through your hands so your palms stay upish. If you can get your sternum, that bone in the center of the chest, on the floor, then you can lift your head up. Or try. So nice. Keep reaching like you're trying to find a marble underneath the couch cushion, that like the marble for mousetrap, because you need it. It's not as fun without that marble. Trapping that space between the shoulder blades. You can feel my thumbs right in that space between your shoulder blades, pressing you down. But it's never quite so graceful, but see what you can do, either to come forward or to come back out of that, transitioning. And eventually making your way to downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, you can pedal out the feet by your tail. How good can you make this feel? What would you do to make it feel even better? Do that. On your next inhale, look forward. As you exhale, hop, step, jump off, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins or your knees, reach your chest forward, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. Create a little arch in your back. Feel your belly strong here. We're going to need this today. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen that chest out. Belly stays drawn in. It's supported underneath and all around. Exhale, fold. And then on your next inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Take your arms up overhead, a little back bend at the top. Pressure hips forward. And then bring your hands back. Good. Inhale, both arms up towards the sky. Reach up. Find your back. And press the hips forward, forward, forward. Keep pressing forward as you go up and back. Exhale, forward fold. See if you can lean forward into your toes. Really bring your weight forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale and forward fold. Ground those palms down. Step, jump, walk, or float it back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or tall cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Good, in your downward facing dog, keep the right leg lifted up in the air. Really down dog. Hips stay even. Check in with your standing leg, the one on the ground. You roll that thigh out so your knee faces your nose, not where the other leg is supposed to be. So bend your knee a little bit, then move it to the outside. Keep that, and then try to straighten the leg. And still keep your hips even and push your hips up and back towards the sky. Good. Step that right foot through between your hands. Inhale, rise up, high line. Both arms reach up. Good, so the same thing now goes on in that front knee. Can you make sure that that front knee, nice adjustment, pulls to the outside. So we don't want to feel like we're staying here because our leg fell in and we like caught ourselves here. So we roll that thigh out so that the hip stabilizes, super strong. And then stepping up into that front leg, you're gonna lift that left leg up behind you for a warrior three. Hands at heart center or on your hips. Please, let's just start for that low back. Reach out to the heel as best you can. And lift that left leg higher than you would like to. Belly stays strong in. Your knee does not collapse, it pulls out towards that baby toe side. Imagine it in your mind. High lunge. Step back. Both arms reach up towards the sky. Squeeze your butt, find it back then. Exhale, hands down on the floor. Step back and slow lower. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or tall cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. That left leg up in the air. Hold. Check in with that standing leg. It is so tempting to lift that right hip or that left hip up in the air. Keep pulling it down. Feel what it's like for your hips to be even and strong. Good. Keep a little bend into that standing leg. Pull the knee to the outside. Keep that as you work towards straightening the legs. But don't let that other hip lift. Squeeze your butt. And then step that leg through between your hands and on an inhale, rise up, high lunge. Good. So feet are like on train track, so that way we have to use those hip muscles a little better. When your legs are on like a tightrope, it like takes some of that away. You're good. You're good. Come up on the tippy toes of the back foot. High off that back foot. So your weight is in the front leg as much as possible. Arms reach up to the sky. Good. Check it in. How's your knee? Good. And then hands to heart center. Big inhale. As you exhale, step forward up into your weight. Good. Breathe. So your belly stays nice and strong. That leg goes up a little higher than you would like it to. The toes are turned towards the floor. Even if that means that it's super hard and you don't go very far. So put your hands on your hips. Do they feel even? Oh, there we go. Very good. Nice self-adjustment. I touch myself when I practice like crazy. I'm always checking in because I know that my proprioception is not always right on. Good. Finding that feeling, the warrior, the high lunge in your mind first. As you step back gently, both arms reach up. Right butt cheek squeezes, find your back bend. And then the hands come back down to the floor, step it back and slow lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or tall cobra. Exhale back,
downward facing dog. So nice. Shake your head. Yes. Maybe no. Inhale, look forward. And then as you exhale, hop, step, jump off the slope, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, belly draws in. Exhale, forward fold. Feet are hips distance apart. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep your arms up to the sky. Utkatasana with legs up apart. Good, sit back, so you can lift all 10 toes up off the floor. Weights back towards your heels. You can relax the toes down, but keep that weight back. With your low belly in, you find the feeling of your elbows coming towards each other, so the arms are not internally rotating and coming up. That like jams us in the shoulder. We're not trying to roll our shoulders towards our ear and our elbows down. We're trying to pull the elbows in and then reach back. Good, exhale, forward fold, straighten your legs. Those feet are hips distance apart. Grab a hold of your big toes, bend your knees, and look forward, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. You use the strength of your arms to pull you down as you work towards straightening the legs. You don't have to straighten all the way. So as my elbows bend, my shoulders move away from my ears. And I try to lean my way forward into my toes because it just feels like such a great stretch. Good. Inhale, release the toes, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend knees. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Utkatasana. Hands at heart center. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, turn to the right. Left elbow outside the right. Hold. Good. So your thumbs at your sternum, because that's how far you're actually rotating. If they're at your shoulder, you haven't rotated. You just moved your arms. So see if you can get your thumbs at your sternum. So turn your chest a little more. There we go. That's the spot. Good. Inhale, back through center. Both arms reach up. Exhale, turn to the left. Thumbs at the sternum. Not at your shoulder. Turn your chest to meet your neck. Good. Inhale, back through center. Both arms reach up. This is it. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. On the palm, step the left foot back, right foot stays right where it is. Lower that left knee down, both arms sweep up towards the sky, low lunge. Then bring your hands to heart center. Turn your chest as far as you can to the right. Pull that low belly in. Left elbow outside the right. Right arm up towards the sky. Good. Take that right arm out behind your back. Good. Now that left arm, this is nuts, would roll in, and that elbow bends, and then your hands come together underneath you. It's not worth messing up your shoulder all weekend. So just know that, like, oh, that's an idea. Cool. Now tuck the back toes under and lift the back knee up off the ground. And Woo. Breathe. Keep lifting up. Keep pressing down through those legs to lift taller. And then lower the knees down. Come back to your center. Unwind. Sit back towards that left heel, right leg straightened out in front of you as best you can. So everybody's at different spots in their practice and with their flexibility and how things feel. You can sit back towards that leg and reach the toes out in front of you. If you're feeling a little like you want a little more, like
jaw is like a little more challenged. You start to slide forward. So the more forward you get, I want you to really think about keeping the hips, the knees, the feet all facing in the same direction. If you're coming up on the blocks, you come up nice and tall, but we take as much weight out of the hands as possible. If my hip has to lift up to do this, it's too much. Back up a little bit. Keep that chest nice and tall, toes turn up towards the sky. I want your body to say yes to whatever you're doing. Yes. Not, or I don't think so. I'm not sure about this. It's always saying yes. Good. Bring those hands back towards the floor as the weight comes in the hand. Slide that leg back. Step your foot back. Return to your downward dog. Move around in your hips. Press your chest maybe towards the floor. Those arms have to still roll out like you've been practicing to do that. Otherwise, we get very jammy in the shoulder. Shake your head, yes or no. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hop step. Jump off top of the mat. Inhale, hop step. Exhale and fold. Kind of palm down, step the right foot back. Back of the mat. Lower the knee down. Both arms up towards the sky. Pressing those hips forward, hips are even. Hands to heart center, big inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, rotate right about outside that left knee. So we're still trying not to just have the arms at the hands at the shoulder, but to find a place that the spine rotates to meet the hands. Now, left arm up towards the sky. Maybe it rolls in and goes behind your back. Maybe that left arm, right arm rolls in, reaches underneath. Crazy, perhaps. I'm smiling. This is nuts. Let's keep going. Tuck the back toes under. And lift the back knee. Keeping yourself rotated. Good. Come on back through center, the knee lowers. The arms on. We come out the same way we came in. And then when that knee lowers and your arm, you can sit back towards that right heel, left leg straightens in front of you. And then you decide how deeply you'd like to move in to this foot on this side. Like we've been practicing when we're keeping that chest lifted and the back thigh rolls in. And the front thigh rolls out. And if we can't keep even, we're not in the right place. It's really tempting here to move your shoulders, to move your ribs, to face forward instead of your hips. I would really like you to try to move from the thigh bones. So from the side, I should only see one butt cheek, not two. I'm not worried about the shoulders. You move that even more. Even more. We're almost there. Yeah. Keep trying to turn. This side won't in considerably from the thigh. Yeah. Belly pulls in, the chest is tall. Do my hips feel good? They do. Good, because I've been working. Thank you. Pull in your belly and get as far over and then weight out the hands as much as possible. Toes back towards you. Good. Nice and slow. Bring it on back.
Good. Moving into that downward facing dog where things feel so nice. Moving the shoulders, shake your head, yes or no. How do you make this feel? Really, really good. But on your next inhale, look forward. Exhale, hop, step, jump up, look, hop. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, all the way to stand. A little button at the top. And then your hands back behind the side. Good, shifting your weight to the right leg, bring the left knee into your chest. Fold. No leaning back. Strong in the standing leg. Now, can you start to straighten that leg out in front of you? Again, without leaning back. Think about pulling your low belly in. Good, and then bring that knee to your chest. Lift it up a little higher. You reach down and get your toe. That would be fun, huh? Get your toe inside that knee. And then how about straightening it while you hold on to that toe and stand tall? Now, if your arm is getting pulled out of the socket, that's not good. We want to pull that arm back towards us. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift that leg up a little higher. Is it coming from you to heighten your hip up? If it is, get that hip back down so that they're even. Good, and then bring the knee back into your chest and put the low back on the floor. Oh, yeah. So we're just kind of like struggling for that evenness, right? And that's I want evenness, so like when it's like handstand time, it's like, oh, hips even, that's so obvious in my body because I've found it so many times. But if I'm reaching like this and my hip is going up in the air, I'm like, okay, I got it. Take the picture. I want you to think about like, okay, how do I get that hip to roll down and then pull my hip into the socket so that when I lift it up, it's like only coming from the place that I want it to. And it's so much harder to work it that way, but like long term, it's better. So if you're falling in your ego, it's like, good. That's nice. Let's try the same thing on the other side. So shifting the weight into your left leg, right knee comes up. And first you're just holding this position. Okay, I know what it feels like to stand on one leg, really tall, belly pulled in. And maybe that's all I need to do. My hips are even, everything feels good. Now, let's bring that knee back into your chest, lift it up a little higher. You reach down and grab a hold of that toe. And then maybe start to straighten that leg, still standing tall. It doesn't matter if you grab your toe. It doesn't matter how high it goes or whether or not it's straight. If you find that feeling of being really tall. Now, if you roll that right thigh down, so that thigh rolls out, so your hip plugs into the socket and you lift it up even higher. And then put that back. Down. Yeah. We're up. So there's a little something that happens with that thigh rolling in and rolling out because we've been practicing in our splits and in our lunges that we're applying now to stand. We're gonna do it again. This time the leg is gonna go out to the side. So you can grab underneath the knee and take the leg to the side and try to straighten it. You can reach down and grab your toe, sitting tall, taking that leg out to the side and trying to straighten it. Or you can just like pull your tree pose, which is also really good, which is on one leg, knee out to the side. Any variation you like. Standing on the left leg, right leg, lifts up,
He rolls out to the right. Stand tall. You grab hold of that thigh or toe. Bring it towards you. Take it out to the side. Lift it up higher than you would like it to. Did your whole body turn? Bring the body back to the front. The standing leg still faces the front. Back to center. And put it down. There. Super. Other side. Shift the weight to the right leg. Left leg comes up. If the butt cheek on your standing leg is not screaming by the end of these, you're not doing it right. Okay? It should be really working hard. Standing tall. Hand underneath the knee or the toe or your tree pose. You straighten that left leg out to the left side. Still standing tall. Good. Back to the center. Come down. Get out. I have one more. It goes across the body. So this time, when I stand on my right leg, my left leg comes up. I'm going to use my right hand to grab a hold of the left leg. And then I'm going to try to straighten it out. And then I'm going to make sure that my hip's not coming way up in the air. I'm not trying to show my bottom out this way, like covering it up a little bit. We talked about sexy butt cheek. This is like not sexy butt cheek here. I'm going to hold this and then try to turn my body to the side. And then if I can, my arm to the side. And then bringing it back the same. So give it a roll. Stand on your left leg. Right leg comes up. Left hand reaches for the baby toe side. That right foot. Right hand is on your right hip. Make sure it's not going way up in the hand. Good. Extend that leg as much as you can. Chest is tall. Turn your chest to the side wall. Straighten that leg as you can. Maybe that arm reaches back and you smile. This is long. It's like silly fun. Keep trying to stand tall. Lift that right arm up higher than you like. And then back to center as gracefully as you would it. Not like a shot, not like you like. Long bow. Right? Back to center. You bring the weight into the right foot. Left knee comes up. Right hand reaches for the baby toe side of the left foot. And left hand on your hip, starting there. Standing tall. Straighten that standing leg. Good. Do your best to straighten the leg that's out in front of you. Turn your chest to face the sidewall. Then your arm goes back, and then your vision turns back over those back fingers. Find your balance. And then not like a slingshot, or like with grace. You come back to center, put it back down. Drag it out. Good. Inhale, both arms up to the reach out. Exhale, forward fold, hands come down. Great. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, ground the palms down. Pulling your weight into your fingers. Elbows up onto those triceps. See if you can pull your heels towards your butt. Maybe come up on your tippy toes or find your crow pose. Hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, And one. You go down, straighten the legs. Transition through Chaturanga Dandasana. Step jump off the quarterback. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Good, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Step your right foot through the front of the mat. Good. Straighten the front leg. Good. Bring your hands to heart center. All the way up to seven. Good. Pivot on those front toes. Turn them to the side. Good. Now look down at your feet. I want you to purposely turn your toes in. Heels out. Bend the knees slightly. And now we go sexy butt. You're trying to like stick it back behind you as best you can. Knees are bent. Toes are turning in. Knees are bent. Like a football player. It's football season now, right? We're like in this like low position. Can you bring one or both hands down to the floor or block? Good. Now bring your chest towards the floor. Knees are bent. Toes rolling. And imagine now that you're trying to rip your mat apart between your feet. And then keep that feeling as you work towards straightening your legs. Walking your hands through your legs. Doing your best to straighten them up. Maybe. Lean some more weight into your toes. Straighten your legs a little more. Walk those arms back a little further. Good. Come on back. Hands underneath your shoulders. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Twisting open, your chest turns to the front. Low belly pulls in. And you twist a little further from those ribs. So nice. Right hand comes up. Good. Left arm reaches up. Doing our best. From the belly. Pull the low belly in. Arch the back. And rotate from your rib. Need some more weight into those toes. Good. Left hand comes down towards the floor. Hands to your hips, halfway lift. Exhale all the way to stand. Hands come behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bend your elbows. Bend them, bend them, bend them like we did in the beginning. Reach those knuckles to the back wall, not down your butt. Good. Lift the pinkies as high as you can. Big inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold down inside. Try to push into those muscles. Weight into your and push. Your toes are like moving towards me. Push it back. Push. Push. Good. Hands back to your low back. Inhale. Half lift. Release it. Exhale all the way to center. Nice and tall. Hands on your hips. Exhale. Forward fold. Knees bent. Hands down to the floor. Doing your best after your knees are bent. And your chest is pulled through your legs as best you can to straighten those legs. That comes second. Identify the right leg. Which one is the right leg? Walk both hands over to the right leg. Now can you keep your chest facing out? And pull both hands around that ankle or shin. Pull yourself down. But now we're gonna keep that leg. We're gonna try to twist to the other side. So we're gonna take your left arm is gonna go on top, and your right arm is gonna go underneath. So you're turning your chest towards the front of the room while you're side bending over. Turn your chest open. Good. Come on back to your center. You're gonna both arms over towards your left leg. Pull yourself down. You take your left arm underneath your left leg from the inside. And then reach your right arm over your head so that you're opening your side body. Yeah. Yes, just like that. Reach for your foot. Yeah, that's how I mean. Opening the chest, opening the chest, opening the chest. And then back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale all the way to standing. Super good job. Bringing those legs back in towards each other. Walk them in. Alright. We're going to take frog pose. You can roll the outside of your mat in so you have extra padding on your knees. So that means like the front rolls over, so you extra padding. Left one goes over, so you have extra padding.
We just haven't been frog a lot lately.
Amazing.
I'm so grateful.
So, I would like you to try to make the knees and the hips in the same line. If you have blocks, we're going to use the blocks to make this harder. The feet, not inside, but they're going to pull to the outside so they're in line with the knee. The ankle and the knee are in line. And I want you to get up as high as you can. If you have blocks, you can get up even higher. So your hips are forward with your knees. They don't go back towards your heels. They don't go way far forward out in front of you. You're trying to keep the hips right on top. The butt comes back like 3 inches. A little more. There. Now can you walk your hands in closer to you? Take the blocks with you. Now, you take those knees further apart and keep that positioning. Yeah. Good. You take your right arm up towards the side. Good. And then bring it back. And then your left arm up towards the sky. And bring it back. Good. So the idea here is how much weight can we get over the hips? So if your butt goes back, you don't get as much weight. So bring those legs back in for a moment. Right leg is going to go out to the right side. So right leg goes long, but it stays in the same line. So this is my line that I have. Take one leg is in frog and one leg goes out as long as I can and it stays in the straight line. I'm gonna walk my arms up as high as I can, my hips as low to the floor as I can take it. Good. And we take your right up to the sky. Keep pointing those toes.
I forgot about this one.
And back to center. And then the left arm up towards the sky. Keep it up. Oh yeah. And then back to center. Just pull that right leg in. Wiggle it in. Then the left leg goes. Now do the same thing but on the other side. Hips and knee in the same line. Those go out. Good. Get your shoulders over your hips. So your hips have to come forward and your shoulders have to go back. Point your toes down towards the floor. And then roll that thigh so the top of your foot faces like the sidewall, not the ceiling. Roll the thigh. Faces the sidewall in front of you. Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes. And then slide it out as deep as you can in that position. Low belly stays in. Weight stays forward. You good at this? This. Bothering you? Yeah. Well, don't force it. Good. One arm up. I'll let you choose. That's so nice. 2. One, switch the arm. One arm up. Shoulders go to those hips. For 3. 2. And 1. Pull it. Alright, so now we do both legs straight. Middle split. Now the middle split. So 2 ways to get into this. 1, very easy for me in the socks and the hardwood, my feet flat. Okay? But the idea is that I just go down as low as I can. My arms come down. See how the tops of my feet face you guys? Try to stay up as high as I can. Number 2 is I sit in my wide leg straddle and then I rock into that position. Yay! Blocks make it harder because it should put more weight over your hips. But we're not just doing this one. Okay? I want your butt up off the ground.
Have you seen the Barbie movie?
No. Is this a Barbie movie?
There's this one that she's weird Barbie, and they're like, she's always doing those splits, man. We don't know what's wrong. And she puts her leg up on the wall and just
So funny. Weird Barbie.
weird Barbie.
Right arm up to the sky. This is not in your arms. It's in your legs. Give the weight to your legs. 3, 2, 1. Switch the hand. 5, 4. Breathe in. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back. Nice work. Bring it in. Have a seat. Legs extended out long out. And the first part, we'll just sit really tall. I've been taking kayak lessons in Maryland. And like the first day I was like, you know, in yoga, you ever practice yoga? And I was like, this is what he was talking about. Can you sit tall? Because so many of the people that he sees sit like this. And this is a tough place to paddle from and generate power. So this idea of sitting up really tall, high on the sit bones, even if the knees are bent, we're in like a position that we can really power and move from our upper body, connecting our lower body and upper body. So practicing your Dandasana, even if you're like, I want to do this. Maybe you'll kayak someday.
both arms up to the sky, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, out towards your toes. If you have a block, you can use it at the end of your feet. Make it a little harder, keep those feet even. It's really tempting sometimes for one or both of the feet like to turn in. And then it doesn't have to stretch as much. So if we really insist, I'm like reaching from the arch of the foot forward. Might feel more work on the outside of your leg. You reach forward with every inhale a little further. And then on every exhale, relax. Grateful for what you have gained. Every inhale a little further. Every exhale a little softer. It can be really tempting to just keep pushing. Or to not push, because we really like relaxing. Come on back up to the center, nice and tall. Right leg comes into your chest. You're gonna hug, pull it in, cross the right leg over the left leg. Can you still sit up tall? Good. Now, as you start to turn, this leg is not just like held by the arms. It's like dead leg. You just like pull it in. It's actively pulling towards my chest. I pull it in and it stays there. Then I'm gonna turn over my right shoulder. Now, there can be like a spot where it's like, well, no, I restricted all the space and I have nowhere to turn. In which case, we can let that leg drop down, sit up really tall, turn as far as we can, and then pull that leg back into the center, which sometimes works better for finding the rotation. If you don't need that right hand holding you up, take it behind your back and see if you can reach for your hip. Good, sitting up nice and tall. If you want, that left arm can roll in and go under your knee. And then your fingers come together and you're bowing them. Or you smile and laugh. That's ridiculous that sounds. Sit up a little taller, pull that low belly in. As you exhale, twist a little deeper. Come on back to center, release the hip. And then counter twist, opposite direction. Good, both legs back out, nice and long. Shake it out. Left leg. Pull it in. Cross it over. Sit tall. Either let that leg fall out to the side to make your turn, or hold it in and make your turn. Either way, however you feel like you have the most space. Regardless, keep that inner thigh squeezing in as you turn as far as you can. If you don't need the left hand, take it behind your back. Still be very tall. Still squeeze that inner thigh. Maybe you take that right arm and roll it in under your knee and try to bring those fingers. Pull the belly in, baby. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to center, release it. Exhale, counter twist, opposite direction. Back to center. Both legs out, nice and long. Good, nice and slow. Roll it down, flat onto your back. Now bring your knees into your chest. Take a couple little circles on the low back. Other direction. Back to center. Squeeze those knees into your chest, the forehead towards your knees. Squeeze everything in. So legs squeeze together and they squeeze towards the chest, and your feet flex and your hamstrings squeeze and your biceps squeeze and your face squeeze. You pull everything in, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release. Final Shavasana. You can pick your hips up and set them back down. Pick your shoulders up and roll them a little further underneath you. And then for all of the effort that you gave to your practice today, now we ease. How heavy can you get? Your opportunity here in Shavasana not to think about anything. You're not quite there yet. You can focus on making your exhales twice as long as your inhale. So you inhale for 3. You exhale for 6. Beginning to breathe life back into your fingers and your toes. Little movements maybe to the wrists, the ankles. Give yourself a nice big long stretch. Making your way over onto your side body. Resting there for a moment. Beautiful baby. And your side body, pressing yourself all the way back up to your comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed. And bringing your hands to heart center. Closing our practice together with the sound of Om in unison. Exhaling. Inhaling. Humbly showing gratitude. I thank you all so very much for coming today and sharing the practice with me. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks everybody at home.